Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a really good day and welcome back to Parcel Simulator. Now we've had a lot of videos on this and I've had a lot of fun playing it. It's been quite the adventure. Today we are going to test our third inbound truck. Now we set all this up last time, but I have yet to test it. So I'm hoping for smooth sailing. If you would, please like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. It does help me out quite a bit and I do appreciate the support. A big thank you to all of you who have already done so. You do make a difference and I appreciate you being here. A very small and short recap. Here's our third truck that we opened during the last video. I made a line for it coming into our parcel checking system. Also, I made my second truck that comes in longer. This line is just slightly longer. Again, in theory, to give it more room. I may have to make this even bigger or maybe even snake a third time. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping this will be a very good change. Everything else in the warehouse seems to be going smoothly. I've had some really good luck and success with the shelving system, although I don't think it's perfect. I believe it's marginally acceptable at this point. I'm gonna shut up and we are gonna start our day. As always, I'm nervous. This is scary for me because, like I said, there's 3 trucks now. I can already tell that my lines are not long enough. I have a backup at truck bay 3, I have a backup at 2. I'm gonna have to figure out something different for this massive pile up. Something a little bit more streamlined, perhaps a pre-sort sort of thing. All right, it's the end of the day. As you can see, I have quite the backup on my third truck and second truck, so these lines are not long enough, but I'm thinking more that I need a different type of system, kind of like the same system I have down here at this first truck bay where they go through this sticker machine. And if they're approved, they go right into the approval line. And if they're denied, they go right into the denial line behind us. I'm thinking it would probably be best to utilize this Air Maritime Duo bay. At the end here could actually help me. This is only Saturday and my racks are pretty much full. So I'm gonna have to think of I'm gonna have to get another rack down here figured out as well, so I don't get another backed up line. I'm just gonna take a bunch of these train ones and put them on a pallet like I've done previously for now until I can figure my life out. I've done the same with the Maritime. I've had a couple pallets full of Maritime. We'll let the rest of these parcels go through. We'll see at the end of the day what we can do about this convoluted mess. All right, what I did was I bought another sticker checker machine like I have down at Bay 1. I upgraded it so it's fast and I put it right here for now. I don't know if this is where its home is going to be. I kind of want to use that Air Maritime Bay at the end. I'm hoping to also figure out a way to get the train and truck ones over to this section without like jumping across all of these lines to have it join this line is what I'm trying to avoid. It would be awesome if I could set up another set of complete checkers, which might be possible, but for now I'm just looking to see if this will be something that is functional. I just need to get these parcels going in a way that doesn't back up the rest of the lines. All right, I'm just doing this mini test right now where I'm sticking this parcel on this conveyor belt, make sure it sorts. I'm having rail come out of this chute and truck coming out of this chute. Air and Maritime then should come down this way via the other sticker. All right, I set up what appears to be the rail line. Let's give it a test and see if it works. This should convert it left. It does. Good. Fabulous. All right, in theory, that should work. Now I just have to put together the truck one. So bear with me. Just to give you a little update on what I'm doing, I have put a curve in this line and a third cargo diverter that is splitting the Air and Maritime. So Maritime will come straight across, Air will come this way, and they will be sorted into 2 racks to start. I will see if I need more racks in the future, but this is a good starting point. All right, so I have this set up now, I think. So maritime goes straight, air comes around this way. We'll load into these racks. I still have to hook up the unloader system. It'll begin its journey here. Come down through this belt system. It'll get sorted to the maritime system and then into those holders. Perfect. All right, I also made another corporate decision. I don't like that air and maritime are the same color. So my air is now going to be yellow. That's my corporate decision. Thought I could paint the racks. Oh, that's silly. Please change it so we can paint the racks too. Anyway, air will be yellow from here on out, but I'm disappointed you can't paint them. Please change that in the future. That would be fabulous. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna set up the rest of this system going into the chute. Bear with me. All right, I discovered that I needed something else pretty significantly. For the maritime, I added 2 pause conveyors at the end of both lines coming out of the racks because I obviously don't want them going on days they're not supposed to be shipped out. That's the trouble with these double docks is you have to kind of figure out a system in which they can go out separately without disrupting everything in your line. So this should work. As you can see, this is a maritime package. If we put it on the conveyor and it goes into one of the shelving units, it'll pop out in the unloader, but then it stops. It will not go past this line until I turn it green when it's supposed to go for its designated day. Same with the air, but I paused it here because both of these chutes can come out and then just kind of stop here. That way, when it's air and I have this unpaused, all the air will come through, but none of the maritime will. You don't really know this stuff until you give it a try, and then you have to pivot and decide from there what to do. I do have one more thing to do, and that is to join the denieds into the denial lines. So I'll connect it to here, and hopefully that'll work. All right, I think I got the denial side for this sticker machine set up. Let's see if it works. Now, this is an approved one, but I just want to make sure that my belts are all going the right way, which obviously this one was not. And that's why I do this. Even if this parcel is approved, I just want to make sure I have all the belts going in the correct direction. Okay. Yep, that works. So I've got everything hooked up. I believe it's ready to go in theory. I guess the only thing we have left to do now is test this Mega Beast and see if it works. Let's go to sleep. We'll see what the damage is and start the next day. We did have one correct denial, but I think that was me, human error. I spent $31,600 on this build. Plus I paid some bills because I actually remembered for once. It is Sunday, so again, the only thing that goes out our truck, everything else needs to be paused, which is fine. I did have all those fancy new pause conveyors in my new setup already on red, which means they won't go out. And we can test to see if this little, I call it little, it felt like way more of a build than that it actually was, but we can test this and see if it works. This is only for approved parcels though. Anything that is not approved is still going to come through and join this line. So I still may get some convolution, but I'm hoping that this machine will help kind of smooth out another wrinkle. Let's begin the day and we'll see if this works. If not, we'll pivot. So far, the new system seems to be working quite well. However, the problem is still lying right here in this second truck bay where it's coming out and coming down this little loop into the main sorting system. I'm gonna have to think about that and think about how to make this even smoother because I know I'm losing truck deliveries to it. I'm gonna have to think about how I can make this work better. All right, it's the end of the day. The problem continues to be this second truck bay getting pretty backed up with all the parcels on the conveyor belts. I'm gonna let the rest of the parcels go through and then I'll see at the end of the day how many shipments we were able to make and see if it was a little bit more than yesterday. I think yesterday we did 180. So we'll see what we've done today. I also noticed another problem. Our maritime is way backed up and it's causing more issues. So these 3 shelves are definitely not enough. This will be another problem I'm gonna have to address. This whole maritime thing is definitely my fault because I said, I don't get that much maritime in a previous video. And then maritime said, hold my beer. I cursed myself. All right, I'm gonna go to sleep, see what the damage is. I've made almost everything back that I spent doing the conversion on the one side by Truck Bay 3. I hope you enjoyed today's video on Parcel Simulator. If you would, please like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. It does help me out a great deal, and I do appreciate the support. And next time we'll tackle those other pain point problems and see if we can make it even more smooth. Have yourself a great rest of the day. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.